question is, do we call the episode Big Dick Energy or do we call it House of Gucci?
It's a very hard question. Say it and then kiss my little finger. Say, welcome to the capsule. Kiss my little finger.
Welcome to the capsule! I have no idea why I did that. Abe just said, say welcome to the capsule and kiss my finger.
Because you were told and you do everything that you're told.
That's true.
We're off to a great start.
Off to the races. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the capsule. This week, we have Jenna Lou back in the house.
Woo!
Bye-bye, Jenny.
We also have Abe returning to the house.
Look.
Nope, that's Luke. No, right. Bye-bye, Jenny.
Bye-bye, Jenny.
There we go.
Oh, it's
No.
the next page.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, wait.
You're doing a great job so far.
Thank you.
That's on you, babe.
Well, we're glad to have Jenny back in the house.
Back with the sharpness.
So yeah, hope everyone had a good week. We are, back in the house with some new and a bunch of shit to talk about, and that's kind of it, really. We've got a lot of stuff. We're going to jump straight into our first topic. Obviously, Break Mission was this weekend. Obviously, as we've spoken about before, Break Mission was this weekend. A lot of cool shit happened. A lot of people won. Seemed like there were some good battles. But we have a friend on the line because apparently there was some little drama that went down. And we want to know what it was all about. So can we say a big capsule welcome to Kashmir Elise? Can you hear us?
Oh my goodness, he's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. How are you doing, bro? All right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you
Sick.
too?
I'm not bad at all. How are you guys?
I'm good, Cash. Good to see your face.
I'm good too. I can't see you, but good to hear your voice.
Okay.
Good to hear.
So, Cash, all I know so far is that... Well, no, that's not a lie. That's a lie. I do know a bit more than that. But
Starting with a lie.
yeah, I know
Great
that you
start.
and Breaks got called out. But there was no battle. Am I correct in saying there was no battle yet?
Can I ask a question? Was
Yeah.
there no battle because they were like, we're calling you out, and you were like, bruv, who are you?
Well, this is the other thing. The call out was by the other judge.
Oh, shit!
So usually you get called out for those
The
that,
other judge!
for those that don't know. Often call outs are done by someone who is unhappy with the decision that was made, which actually still is the case. But it happened to be the third judge out of the three. So it was Kashmir, Breaks, and Duracell, who's a light feet dancer. Where's he from originally?
Romania.
Romania, right, but lives here. And yeah,
Lives
so
in Brum.
so Cash has refused to tell his story before he could do it on the capsule.
Oh, so this is an exclusive.
We get the exclusive,
Exclusive.
Hot, and a little bit of hot
One more
story. Hot, and a little bit of hot story. All right, sorry, we'll stop doing stupid stuff now. So, tell us, Kashmir, from your perspective, what happened on the day?
Yes.
How do you feel? Are you scarred by the incident? Are you triggered? Are you angry? What's happening in your head at this moment?
At the moment, I feel good.
Okay.
I was a bit excited by the whole situation because you know me, I love a bit of drama.
Yeah.
Have been known to be embroiled in drama.
You? Never.
No. At the moment when it happened, it was mixed feelings.
Yeah.
At first, it was a bit like a bit of shock, and then it was a bit of like I felt a bit triggered. I felt a bit disrespected just because of the whole thing. But I'll explain more in detail about why.
Yeah.
So answering Abe's question, there was actually 3 reasons why the battle didn't happen.
Okay.
One, because we were like, you haven't earned the right to call out.
He
talk
that grease, bro.
Because the thing is, I know Duracell. Like, I've known him since he came in the country. So it's not like he was a random person. So for me, I was like, okay, you definitely haven't earned the right. That was the first reason. Second reason is because there was no time.
Okay. So he
The
saved
host
it
was
until
like, no,
the thing ran out. Did he do that on purpose, do you reckon?
No, no, there was they were on a tight schedule.
Okay, cool.
So they were like, yeah, definitely, that's not gonna happen. And three. Yeah, the reasoning behind the call out was stupid, in my opinion.
Fair.
And what was it? What was the reasoning?
This is what I was going to say. Is like I actually spoke to Duracell on the phone earlier to get his side of the story. So I'll say what he told me, and then you tell me where you disagree or not.
Okay.
Because from the story that he told me, is that there was a battle that happened between a light feet dancer called Liana, and Idris, who is a hip hop dancer from the kind of younger / current generation, Boys with Kane and those guys. Good kid. And from the
Mad City.
It's true. From the story that he told me, you and Breaks voted for Idris and he voted for Liana. And what he was saying is that he wanted to call out you guys to kind of in an attempt to reverse the decision, because he didn't agree with the decision and he thought that it was an important thing to stand up for because of like the light feet culture and it being like kind of understood in all styles battles and in other things, and for it to be like, okay, like there's something that I'm seeing here that you guys aren't seeing and I want to highlight that aspect of it, right? And then he said there wasn't time, and and he said that like there was kind of back and forth with you and Breaks and that you guys weren't so happy at the moment, but then you guys spoke afterwards or something, and like from what he said, he was like, I feel like it, like we kind of spoke and aired out our feelings to each other afterwards, but fill in any gaps from your perspective.
Okay, so I'll go on a timeline. So I know the girl who the light feet dancer. Last time I saw her, she wasn't a light feet dancer. She's from Brum. She was someone who just kind of did hip hop. Like I spoke to her a few times. I've given her advice and stuff. So I was surprised when I saw her doing light feet. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, she seems to have found something that's quite, it's suiting her style. But she definitely didn't win the battle. So when the battle was done and the hosts were like, okay, judge's decision, are you ready? Duracell stood up and stood in front of me and Breaks. And as he goes, as the host were like, judges 3-1, he was looking at us. Both me and Breaks went towards Idris and he pointed towards the girl, and straight away he jumped on the mic and was like, call out. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And like he said, he felt that he could reverse the decision if he beat us, which is a bit weird because obviously that's never going to happen. And two, that's not how call-outs work.
Well, also, it's like, if he beat you, like, who would decide who won a call-out? Like, the whole point is that there's no judges of a call-out, really. So it's like, unless you and Breaks both got beaten so badly that you went, oh, yeah, no, we definitely lost that, we're sorry.
How old is he?
Our age, I think.
Really? How many times has he judged? Or in the UK, judged the UK battle?
I'm not sure. Maybe in light feet more.
It's the only one that I know of.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he's judged anything in light feet. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not much, I think.
Right.
I'd like to see if that's like happened before, maybe in where he's from.
Yeah, in maybe in the light feet culture, it's something different. Like maybe they have a different way. He kind of did say something about that. How like he said after speaking to you and Breaks, like he kind of realized that things may be done differently in the light feet culture, and things may be seen as like disrespectful in the general population that maybe would be part of the normal day to day. And
yeah, but that's what happens when you judge a multi-style battle with multi-style judges. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
agreed.
maybe he's not
Yeah.
used to that, so yeah, fair enough. Anyway,
Yeah.
carry on. Sorry to
So,
interrupt you, Kashmir.
No, cool. This how it goes. So once we're done with our section, I decided to talk to him because, like I said, I know him. So I was trying to understand what he was trying to do, and he wanted to kind of fight for his case. And he was like, yeah, I just felt that I wanted to show people something important because I don't think you or Breaks know what you're looking for when you're looking at light feet or turfing or something. And I was like, they kind of annoyed me a bit because he knows me. He knows what I'm about, what I've been, what I've done, how much I've seen in the scene. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not a light feet dancer, but I have seen and been around it for a long, long time, So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not that, but I do understand what quality of movement is, and I'm pretty well versed on how to judge an all-star battle, way more than him. So I was like, I get what you're saying, but I don't think you're saying it from a place that's true, which is what I got down to. The more I spoke to him,
Yeah.
tried to unpack what he was saying, I was like, okay, this is kind of disrespectful. This is my ego talking, right? I was like, it's in my city. You're saying that I don't know what I'm talking about, and you know me. You're saying that I'm disrespecting culture when I'm the guy who's been about the culture
Right.
for so many years.
He was
And
like
knew
pressing
that.
all your buttons.
Yeah.
And
he
also,
was just going,
you're black.
I was like, rah.
Sorry, go. I mean, it sounds like, because I mean, you just to touch on what you said there, you said that it didn't sound like what he was saying was true, and there was some other motive or agenda about it. And it sounds like that would be the case if he stood up and looked at you and Breaks before you'd even made your decision.
Like it's.
Why did he do that?
It seems like he was ready for it to go the wrong way for him to.
Yeah. Before it even happened, like.
But
yeah.
it might have been that he's like, I know that. Like in his head, he's like, I know that she's gonna get screwed in
Yeah,
this
but
battle.
he doesn't know, bravo. Is he Doctor Strange?
Yeah, sorry.
It's
What were you
funny
saying?
you're saying this stuff.
Yeah.
Where did I get to? So yeah, the more I spoke to him, the more I started piecing things together. Because earlier on the day, my spider sense started to tingle for something, right? So that girl came into the room and she said hello to the person in front of me, but then ignored me. And I was like, this is weird. Have I done something to her? No, it couldn't have been. So then she went to the corner, then Jerusalem came and spoke to her, and I was like, okay, that's weird. But I didn't think nothing of it until the battle happened. And I was like, oh, interesting. Has there been some kind of talk before? And I was thinking to myself, this feels like it was pre-planned, right? That he had told them, he had told her that most likely these guys don't know what they're doing, so they might vote against you. I think you're amazing. You're one of the best here. You're definitely going to win this event. That's what it seemed like to me at the time. And yesterday I spoke to some people from Brum and they were like, yeah, Duracell went to them and told them that if Kashmir and Breaks make a bad decision, I'm going to call them out. So it was pre-planned. He had it set in his head already that he wanted to do that. And it's, okay, I'll leave it as there. There's more, but I'll let you talk.
Yeah, well, I think it's like there's a lot of interesting conversations to come from this. Like, I obviously don't know, beyond having the conversation with him today, like, I don't know much in terms of his intentions and stuff. But I guess for me, the two main conversations that come up is like how you judge an all-star battle and what it means to judge an all-star battle. Because on that thing, it's like, okay, cool. Like, if there's one, like, say it's like if he's saying that you and Breaks don't know as much about light feet as him, cool. A, that's why he's there to cast a vote. And B, it's like he doesn't know as much about house or hip hop or popping as you guys. So then it's like, okay, so then what happens if a light feeter beats a popping dancer? Is Breaks going to say, well, you don't know enough about popping, so I'm going to... It doesn't... And I think...
The logic is messed up.
Yeah, and kind of the thing that we, I guess, all culturally agree on is that, like, yes, you have your specialists, and it's good to get, for an All-Stars judging panel, it's good to get a mix of different style judges, but the idea is that we're all kind of leveling the playing field and saying, like, we're just going to judge on dance. Like, we're not going to say... Because it's very hard to be like, right, you know your foundations in light feet, but you know your foundations in breaking, but some of the foundations in breaking are way physically harder to do than light feet. So it's like, how can you judge of like, oh, you know more, but this style is harder, but it's really a weird thing. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think kind of what we all culturally agree on is that we try to not erase style, but like put it all on a level playing field of like, right, just looking as a dancer, how you connect to the music, how you perform, your quality of movement, your understanding of performance and dance and structure. Let's judge on that. Yeah. And then we take away the need for it to be like, oh, you don't understand light feet. Because then it's like, yeah, I might not understand light feet and you might not understand popping or whatever, but who's a better dancer? Who's moving better?
It's not a light feet battle. It's not a popping battle.
Yeah.
The main thing that I don't know the person, I'm sure they're a lovely person, but the thing that sticks out in my mind is the fact that he went up or they went up and told this person, if this happens, I'm going to call him out, etc., etc. You're not supposed to have a bias as a judge. You're not supposed to go in there with preconceived agendas, and otherwise, why are you judging?
Yeah, towards a style or against a style.
Like that's whack to me.
And I think that the other thing I was going to say, the other conversation that it brings up is the thing of call outs, because in a way, and this is what Duracell said to me as well, is that like he is the sort of person like he wants to deal with things directly and like on the day, in the moment, like I want to kind of handle it now.
Yeah.
And in a way, there's that I respect that because I would hate, it's easy, and we've seen this in plenty other places in the scene where that something like that happens, you vote the other way, and then there's Insta stories and shady little comments and all this, and it's all like talking behind people's back, and it's like, all right, if you're pissed about something, I kind of respect it way more to just stand up in the moment and be like, I disagree.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, fuck it. At least you're like in my face talking about it rather than, whether or not it
being 12.
Yeah, whether or not it's disrespectful in that way, it's way less disrespectful than talking behind my back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, and I think we've also kind of culturally agreed that like call outs are the healthy way to deal with disagreements and stuff, whether or not the person accepts, or it's like, rather than him trying to bitch to you in the moment, or like God forbid it was like a physical thing for anyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't like that shit. But the call out is like, all right, cool. Like, you're trying to do it in the dance way. You're being straight to my face. All right, I have a bit more respect for that than other ways that you can try and take this out,
Yeah, I get you.
I was going to say, though, I feel like in a sense, though, if it's something that he was thinking about doing and that was premeditated. That's what I said. That it's like you have to choose, I think, and really think about your like if you have a moment that you want to educate people, and I don't necessarily think that for what he wanted to say, or that maybe people judge light feet in multi-styles competition but don't really know the style or can't appreciate it. But it's like, I don't think that a call out is like a way to transpire, like
I don't know
to transpire what he's trying to
get across.
Across. So I just think like that although I do agree that call outs serve a purpose, I just think if it's something that you're an issue that you're planning to change, like there's no one who would read that into a call out, because that's not what they're for.
Cash is nodding enthusiastically.
Okay. So yeah, I would just say, and I think in a sense it's good, it's good in a sense that he did it, because we all need to learn, and sometimes you learn by and by bringing the conversation, and sometimes you do things and then people react really bad, and then you say, oh, I realized I shouldn't have done that. And then you learn from it, and you grow, and hopefully it doesn't break friendships or relationships. But I just think that if it's a long-term problem that you're trying to solve, like using people that are there to make an example out of them and to try to get a point across is not really constructive, and that's not what people are going to get out of it. So I mean, that's just my take on it. But
also, despite your intentions, you've completely null and voided it, because the main thing you're supposed to do as a judge is not have a bias. Yeah. And he's had a bias. So no matter what his intention was or what teaching moment he was trying to do, he screwed up the first protocol of his job, or priority of his job, which was to be a judge in an all-star battle. Oh no, that's just how I feel.
That's just how I feel.
No.
That's how I feel. What do you think, Cash?
Yeah, just Jenny said it exactly how I said it to him. When I tried to figure out what the reason his call out was, and he told me, and I was like, okay, I get what you're trying to do with the culture, that's fine. But the way you did it was not effective. Because now everyone's going to look at you and think like, why is Jerusalem calling that Kashmir break? That's so dumb. You know what I mean? And like I said, I empathized with his situation, but I was like, bro, this is not the right way to do it. You're very biased towards the situation, and you're bringing that girl's personal issues into the battle. Because he was like, yeah, she's been going through some personal issues. I was like, bro, I don't care, because this is not the place for that. I've got issues, you got issues, everyone's got issues, but I can't use that as an excuse to kind of change the judging or judge in a biased way. And it's exactly what I tried to tell him, to get him to understand. And when he did kind of understand what he was saying, he said, yeah, okay, maybe that wasn't the best way.
In all fairness to him, he did say that on the phone to me, that like after you guys spoke to him, he like realized how it could come across badly and stuff. That was it.
Yeah, and he was when he was discussing, when he was arguing for the girl's case, he was like, but do you really understand the levels of her shaking? I was like, I mean, I guess she's good, but I mean, I've seen better. And he was like, yeah, but she's got the essence of an American. She's the only one in this country that's guy. I was like, okay. I said, I don't see that. I don't believe that. I said, the only one who I think has that essence is you. For me, he looks like an American life dancer. Like, because he's been doing it for a long time, even before he did it, you know? And he's like a super American person anyway, even though he's been here for ages. Has a friggin' accent. I don't know how he does it. But I lost track of what I was saying. I'm too excited
about you guys explaining to him why it like could come across badly.
And he was getting a bit animated at the time when he was explaining his point.
Yeah,
and saying that she had the American essence and that's why she should have won.
Yeah, he was basically trying to get me to see things which I believe weren't really there. And
Which
I was
is,
like, okay, I get it, but
no, I was just gonna say, like, which is not the point of judging. Like, if you have three separate judges, the point is you all three vote in your own opinions or your own judgment.
Perspective.
And it's like, you can't, if the other judge doesn't see things the way you do, that's why there's three judges. Do you know what I mean?
normal, yeah.
And like, I'm really one for like, when I've judged, because I know some judges that feel, and I'm from speaking to people behind the scenes and stuff, and probably you've experienced this as well, but like people that feel, what's the word, like insecure or awkward about judging differently to the other two judges, especially if the other two judges are really like knowledgeable. If like, if every decision you're voting the other opposite way, you're like, oh fuck. But for me, I kind of not take pride in that, but I'm like, that's why I'm here, is to add a different perspective. So even if every round I'm voting, and especially if I have confidence in what I'm judging at the moment, you know, if every time you two are judging the opposite way and I'm judging here, I'm like, fine, like the people that I think are winning are not winning, but I'm here to offer my opinion based on my standards and my experience. So if I'm voting the opposite way, it's like I'm still adding something. And you know, I've been in battles where I've been like against someone really good and I'm like, holy shit, I got one vote. Like we were at Funkenstyles in Germany and we got smoked by I think it was like Team Japan or something, but Khalif voted for us. Out of 5 judges, like 4 voted for Japan, but like Khalif voted for us. And like I still remember that now because I'm like, fuck, like one person voted for us, like, and in his head we won the battle. So I'm like, that's gas. Like, so I don't think it's a bad thing to be voting the opposite way. You just have to suck it up that your people are, you know, the people that you think won didn't win, but that's just how judging is, you know. It's the best votes out of 3. And if you force them to think, that's why we don't confer, is that the right word? Yeah. Before decisions. Yeah. Because it's like, the point is that you have 3 individual judges, not a group decision where you can sway each other and, you know?
Yeah. I hear you 100%. Yeah, you're saying the same kind of stuff that I was trying to explain to him as well. Right. But one of the funniest things in that conversation is the moment where I started to feel like the ego build, because I felt a bit disrespected. I was like, okay, these kind of call-outs can go, like if I didn't know him, I would have felt inclined to do something more than that because of how I felt at that time. I would never have done it, of course, but I just felt that.
Yeah.
And because I know him, I would never do it either because I think he's a cool guy. He's always been cool to me, no problem. And I was like, if someone didn't know you and you kind of disrespected them, you could get slapped in the face.
Yeah.
For something for respect. And he was like, yo, but, because, recently he went to New York, right? I'm not sure for how long, a week or two maybe, and he won a battle out there. And when he called us out, I was like, bro, you need to calm down. You went to New York for just relax yourself in it. So, and he was like, yeah, but have you ever been in the bando with gangsters who have Tech 9s and semi-automatics? I was like, bro, what are you talking about? I was like, but if someone slaps you right now, how is those bando semi-automatics going to help you now? And he was like, yeah, but I've got Mandem in Peckham. I was like, bro, it doesn't matter who you know. The point is that if someone feels disrespected, they might be inclined to do something. And you just have to be aware of those things and watch what you say when you talk to someone.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it misses the point completely, because it's like,
yeah,
the point is not what will you do about it. The point is you don't want to piss people off that much, and there's ways to have conversation. Like, let's be adults about this and have a nice conversation.
Yeah.
Interesting
100%.
stuff.
So what happened with someone wanting to punch brakes?
Yeah, what was that about? The because that wasn't. Duracell made that very clear that wasn't him. That screenshot was about.
Why is there gangsters in the dance scene all of a sudden? What's going on? What's happened? Talk to me.
So the day after, some of my Birmingham people hit me up and was like, yeah, this guy called Ace is talking madness in this group that these dancers have. And I was like, who the fuck is Ace? So I put it up on Instagram saying, who is this Ace guy from, bro? And then I was speaking to Breaks, and he was like, you know who I think it is? He said, I think it's that white guy with one plait in his head. And I was like, who's that?
That's a great description.
And then and then Breaks is explaining, he goes, do you remember that? I don't want to be deep, but he goes, do you remember that black guy that was popping off beat in the cypher? I was like, yeah. And he was like, his friend. I was like, oh, him. And then it hit me that this guy, called Ace, is a guy that I've kind of bumped into at events now and again. He's always been quite cool, said hello, tried to take pictures and stuff like that. And I was like, nah, there's no way this guy is chatting shit about me in this group, because that would have been so weird to be licking my bum and then saying something in a group the next day. So someone sent me some screenshots of the actual conversation, and in it was mainly more about Breaks. So the black guy and Ace, they're like best friends. The black guy was cussing in the group because I think he asked Breaks for feedback, and Breaks told him that he was popping off beat and he needs to work on certain things. And he took that as disrespect. So he went and mouthed up in the group, and then his friend Ace was saying that, oh, I've never liked Breaks. I think he's a biter. I've in the past, I've sent him a video of the person he's fighting, and he just blocked me, and he's been biting Wiggles and popping Pete for 15 years and all this kind of shit. Like, he's running off of this stuff, and it was like, whoa. And then and then later on in the conversation, he was like, I almost got to the point where I wanted to deck Breaks in it. Like he has a real issue with Breaks. And Breaks has never spoken to this guy, and he was there for 2 days.
Man.
Breaks was there for 2 days, and he never said nothing to him at all. But in the group, he was going mad, like they had some big conversation, but they didn't.
Well, one thing, like, I guess to play both sides is, like, one thing I will say is that, like, I've had plenty of conversations in private groups that I didn't want to get out. So it's like, and especially if you're feeling pissed in the moment, it's like, in all fairness, he could just be being hyperbolic just venting it out. But that's also on him to be like, I'm sorry.
Careful who's in your group chat.
Yeah. Because also, if I'm mouthing off in a group chat, boop. Sorry, that something come up on the screen. Probably cut that bit out. So what I was saying is,
if you're mouthing off in a group chat,
it's like, like, I've definitely had conversations that I wouldn't want to go public in a group chat, but then you also have to be aware that, like, if you're having these conversations and they go out to people, you have to say, listen, I'm sorry, I was just like, I apologize, hands up, I was just venting, it was never meant to see public, because sometimes, if you're pissed and you're just venting and you say all sorts of shit that you're like, I didn't really mean that, I'm just saying it, so it may be a case of that, like, he never meant it to go public or whatever. But also, I think it's weird to be, if that's the case, it's weird to be offended by feedback, because also you asked for the feedback. Like, you can definitely disagree, and I think we all have, like, multiple times been given feedback that you don't agree with or don't want to take or whatever, and that's fine. But you can't be annoyed at. I mean, you can be annoyed at losing, or not getting through or whatever, but not the reason why.
But maybe that's on his boys to be like. Maybe it's like, yeah, and he said, well, I was popping off beat, and they would be like, whoa, that's crazy, man. What? No, you never pop off
But
beat,
that's the thing.
man.
It's like, even if let's say we were in a battle,
Yeah.
and you got feedback that I disagreed with. They were like, "Oh, Abe, you don't really fucking, I don't know, take any risks or do enough."
Pop off beat.
Yeah, like, or just something that I'm like, "Oh, I don't think that that's true." I wouldn't encourage you to be pissed at the judge.
Yeah, no.
If you were like, "Yeah, fuck that judge," I'd be like, "Well, you know, like you disagree. I also disagree, but it's like, yeah, that's just what he saw. It's like, what can you do? That's battles. It's
It's
I
life."
would punch that person in the face personally.
Yeah, Jenny is known for punching judges in the face, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Zoom meeting has got like 5 minutes left on it or something. But yeah, I mean, is everything kind of cool between?
Did he get punched in the face or what happened?
No, nothing. There was just the screenshots that came out, but like,
Yeah, no, I don't know. But the thing is, once I told Break, he sent me a screenshot of him in both their DMs saying, "Oh, yo, I heard you got something to say. What's up?" And apparently there's no reply. So,
well,
just gonna
yeah.
wait.
Stay tuned.
yeah, stay tuned to next week's episode.
Stay tuned until somebody else doesn't get punched in the face next week.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, I mean, going back to the Duracell thing, is like, you guys are all cool now, or like, is there any plans to actually do a call out, or like, does he still want to do a call out, or?
I don't know. I doubt it. I mean, I did go on the mic and say, like, you know, if you want to battle me, then put some money up.
Yeah, he said, he did tell me that.
Yeah, if I smoke you, then I don't gain nothing. But if you smoke me, you smoke Kashmir, innit? You smoke Break.
Oh, what a prick.
Big man thing like that, yeah. Some
But
big man.
I said it. I didn't mean it. Like, I don't want to take.
Don't hold back, bro. You
I know
did
it.
mean it like that, bro. You're a bad man in the dunya, you know. It's my town. Yeah, you're calling me out my town, Regine. That's what you wanted to do, innit? And you want to backhand him as well. You're being all polite about it now you're on the council. But really what's happening is,
Oh, prick.
backhand this man in the face right now.
Why are you adding spice?
No.
No.
Oh, fuck. No, but the most annoying thing about call outs, in my opinion, is like, there's no judges. So it doesn't actually settle anything besides letting you vent or like show. If you do a call out to show the audience that you like, you're better because you think you are or whatever, cool. But if you're actually trying to settle anything, there's no judges. So I'd actually be more inclined to set up like, if I was pissed with someone and I wanted to call them out, I'd be like, well, let's get judges. Like, let's pick like one judge each, and then a third party picks an extra judge who's not anyone's pick, and I will let them judge us doing a call out, because then we really have a thing, and you agree that whatever these three judges judge, you're going to shut the fuck up after, you know. But if we just do a call out, it's like we're both going to walk away saying, yeah, I won that, and it's like,
we won.
Yeah, what did we achieve here, you know? But,
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
I would have won though.
fair.
You don't know, because you're in your town, cuz you know them ones.
Hey, just to say on the last bits, if ever there are call outs that want to happen, and you know, you want someone to set it up and film and post it on a platform, you know,
The capsule will do it for you.
your boy's here to serve. But yeah, any last bits, or did we kind of cover all the
Nah, we covered it all.
what's happening? Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I figured it wasn't too
Yeah, no,
huge
it's
of a
not no
thing.
beef on that.
Nah, yeah.
Like I said, and I know him. I've known him for a while.
Yeah.
So I would never want it to escalate to nothing like that. And I'm cool with him as I always have been. That's
Yeah,
it.
and I think you like we said at the beginning, like, you of all people like respect the passion and the wanting to disrupt systems and stuff, but it's just like, all right,
Yeah.
you still have to be prepared for those conversations that come with it.
Can't stand the heat. Get out of the kitchen.
Yeah. Oh shit.
All right, well, love you lots, Cash. Thanks for passing by.
You
And
you all send me my ice cream, please.
Yes, send in Cash 2 tubs of Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, that's what he asked for.
Whack, bro.
That was his request.
What flavor?
Cookies and cream.
That's fair. No. What's your flavor?
Haagen-Dazs.
Tell-
What's your
tell me
flavor?
Tell me what's your flavor. Ooh.
Okay. Anyway, bro. Catch you soon. Stay out of trouble. And
At least try,
Yeah.
please.
and can you just stop voting wrongly, please? That's the main thing.
Hell, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Safe, bro. Appreciate you.
Bye.
See you, bro.
Cash.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, so shout out to Cash, shout out to Duracell, shout out to everyone involved for providing us with the topics.
Drink it. Sorry, guys.
For providing us with, and you're going to do it again?
Just gonna have a little bit more.
For providing us with a
Drama.
little topic to discuss. Yeah, I think it's interesting to talk about. And I think, you know, what I said to Duracell on the phone was like, it's interesting for us to bring these up because it is important conversations. Like the conversation about like, even like what his point was about light feet being respected as part of the culture and it like the knowledge being spread and stuff. That's important.
See.
And I think even in terms of like seeing the flaws in stuff, like how we judge all styles battles is not something that's ever really discussed. Is like, how are we pitting these styles against each other? How are we understanding them? And there's just like a cultural understanding of how things should go, but nothing is really set in stone. So then stuff like this highlights like, okay, like even with call outs, it's like, oh, how does a call out settle anything if there's no judges? How do you judge light feet versus popping if one judges a light feet dance, one judges a popping dancer and both don't know the other style? Like it's really hard to, that's all right. It's really hard to like.
Isn't there a reform?
Huh?
Isn't there? It feels like there's a reform in judging in
There is on the
general.
high end. That's the problem with a lot of these things is they start on the high end. So like
Yeah.
But it's going to trickle down.
Yeah.
it will trickle down, yeah. But at the moment, it's like, you know, for the Olympics, for the WDSF stuff, there's like judging systems and even like the Trivium and the other one, the whatever it's Cozen system. Like these type of things, they don't.
But I think Cozen is just a software. I don't think it's a judging system.
Yeah, but it's the round by round
Oh,
idea, I guess.
copy that.
Which they did do at MSB actually. They just did it with hands, but they voted round by round.
I like round by round.
Yeah,
That's
it
called
was
the
good.
Cozen system.
Well, the Cozen, like Jen's saying, the Cozen is the software where they have it up on the screen and let you push the button
Yeah.
and it comes up. But I
I like
think,
that name.
yeah, that's the software that they use.
Cozen.
But you can use, you know, round by round anyway.
Sounds German.
Cause, I think
He's Dutch.
he's Dutch.
I
Yeah.
knew it. Laka.
Didn't you battle him at one point?
Yes.
I know there's a video of you
And
battling
I
him.
won.
Did you?
Oh, talk that shit, girl.
So now it's called the Jenny
So
system.
now I own Cozen.
I own all of your copyright when I beat you in a battle.
So pay me when you judge round by round.
Okay.
Talk that shit, girl.
I don't like this posture. I don't like anything.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
I wish you were on camera painting your fucking nails.
Yeah. It's my summer vibe. BDE.
Okay.
It's hot girl summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big dick energy.
Yeah, thanks.
That's what I'm bringing this summer. Just so everyone knows.
Fuck's sake.
I love it.
I love it. I don't love it.
It's huge.
What a piece of shit. All right, what else have we got to talk about?
What else do we have to speak
What
about?
else do we have?
What happened at the event? What was going on?
Yeah.
Who won the
Let me
battles?
break
What was
it
happening? Were you
down.
there?
Let me go see
Were
on
you
I
there?
wasn't there, no.
I'll
were
go
you
on the
there?
capsule to see what happened.
Oh, you're going to do it?
That's
All
where
right,
I get
was
my
gonna do it.
updates. Oh no, you do it.
Damn.
It's your capsule.
Damn, homie. In high
Where'd you
school, you
find
was the
this?
man, homie.
Oh.
So Danger won the under 16 battles. I don't know who Danger is.
Danger.
Was he safe though?
Caution.
Okay.
His brother.
Anyway, Titan won the All Stars battle. Titan is, I said this on the episode with Kane, but he's one of my favorite of the up and coming, not even up and coming, I would say more current generation. Yeah.
What style does he do?
He's a B-boy, but he's like, he won the last weekend, I think, or the weekend before, he won like a hip hop battle and an All Stars battle in the same thing. But he's a really, like, I don't think it's controversial to say that like there's B-boys that would beat him, but his style and stuff is like, it stands out a lot. Like he's fucking cool to watch, man. Like even if it like there's other breakers who are technically better than him, like I sometimes would prefer to watch him because it's like he's just fucking cool when he does, and because he can do like hip hop and other styles. I don't know if he does light feet, but he's just fucking cool to watch, and he can like adapt to different types of music, and he's just a good he's a good guy.
I'll ask this question afterwards. I've got a question which might be a new topic.
Yeah, let's go.
Ooh, no, but you have to go through the other.
That's what he said after this.
Oh, okay.
Jen,
so what's your problem?
Jen,
Put your
stop
dick away,
put your
man.
big dick energy
Put
away.
your big dick energy away, back in your pants.
I can't. It won't fit.
I can't. It won't fit.
So yeah, shout out to Titan. He's a nice guy, and he's part of like Kane's lot. Like I think he's in UPG, but
It's click.
yeah, they're all dope guys.
Okay.
Shahin wins whacking. Do you know Shahin?
I feel like there's a Netherlands flag next to.
I've seen Shahin whack.
Oh,
Quite a lot.
yeah. Okay, I didn't know that was his name, but I know his face.
Yeah, he's pretty dope.
Yeah. Okay. Well done.
King James wins the concrete battle. Shout out
LeBron
to
James.
King James. Ill Warriors, Trinity Warriors.
Ill Warriors.
Represent.
What battle did he win? Sorry, because I was too busy.
This is all break mission.
No, but what style?
He's a b-boy.
He's a b-boy
Yeah,
as well.
he won the concrete battle, which I believe is like outside on the concrete.
Dancing naked on concrete.
Ouch.
Okay.
Put your dick away, man.
Auntie from Italy is a B-girl. She won the B-girl 1-on-1. She beat Stephanie in the finals.
Damn.
I didn't see the battle, but if she beats Stephanie, she must be pretty decent.
She must train with Stephanie.
She might be ag.
They must be best friends.
Everyone trains with Stephanie.
Carry on.
Sheku won the B-boy in 1-on-1.
Sheku.
Do you know Sheku?
I know Sheku. He's from Primal Instincts, boy. Woo! Come on, that's my boy Spins crew, boy.
And Menno, Ozzy, and Shane won the 3-on-3, which is a little...
I know Mano. Why do I know that name?
Because he's one of the best B-boys in the world.
Damn. What was he doing in Birmingham?
Winning.
That's right. That's that BDE.
Shane I met when I did the podcast that has yet to be announced with 3 B-boys who are yet to be announced.
Mokum.
So many things yet to be
Oh
announced.
no, that wasn't that Shane. That's a different Shane.
Oh, shit.
Anyway,
The shade.
that Shane.
Shade.
Jane.
Anyway, Menno, Ozzy, and Shane. I believe they're all Netherlands. They're all Holland. I feel like you could do a Holland accent.
I know one person from Holland, and this is his. It's not wooden shoes. That's not what I was gonna do. But he speaks like this. Wow, isn't it incredible? Wow, I'm from Holland. Imagine all 3 of us went to Birmingham and won the battle. Wow,
This is getting a bit German though.
I know, just the thing, it goes into the wooden shoes. I can't help it. The German Hans Zimmer must come out.
Because
Shout out to
sometimes
DJ Fame.
Wooden shoes.
Wooden shoes.
Sometimes you want to wear your
Wooden shoes. Come on, Jen. You know the BDE, bruv.
You know.
You're not drinking.
You bring this out.
This is just her.
Yeah.
Um,
That's me sober.
Come on.
Cool.
now,
What
bro.
was the topic that you were going to bring up?
The topic I was going to bring up because it was said when Cash
Money.
No,
Okay.
he's not balling yet. That's when Cash Broke was talking. He said that fucking hell. What's that guy's name? Fucking no. He said UG.
Let me know when you're done.
UG was the American dude, the dude that was dancing like American,
Yeah.
and the other dude who called him out, whose name is
Well, we didn't know his name.
Duracell.
Duracell. I was testing you guys. Obviously, I knew. He said that the girl dance is like the American, and the thing that popped up in my head is like, yo, when did we start wanting to dance?
Yeah, is
like
that the goal?
Americans?
Is
That's
that the
not
goal?
the goal. That's never been the goal. As far as I'm concerned, every country has their own unique flavors, their own taste, you know? Like, I only know from the crampings and the poppings, the French dancers, they dance like the French. The Japanese, they dance like the Japanese. No one's trying to look like a specific country. Otherwise, it's just washed out.
I wonder
What?
if it's different for something like Light Feet, which is still small,
Why?
and they want to be expanded in the right way. Because the thing is, even though, let's say, like French people dance hip hop like French people, blah,
Right.
blah, blah,
Right.
there's also a lot of people that complain about that and say that it's not.
But here is where I counter that.
When is a style not a style?
Here's why I counter that, because I grew up when, you know, it's the cramp era. was coming out in the UK. I mean, it was there a long time before I came there, but it was still coming up. It's similar to Light Feet. When Kieran was telling me about how it has progressed, it reminds me of the crump thing. And, you know, the UK dances, the French dances. There were some French that tried to dance like the crumpers in America, tie-ties, and the SK Kingdom, you know. But I was going to stop talking like this now. But the point was, like, the style really, you're dropping some of your... The point was, the dance really evolves when you have your basics and you have your foundation, but the point isn't to look like the originator or the person who developed it or the people who developed it. Otherwise, you all just look the fucking same. Like,
I would
anytime someone was crumping and crumped like tight eyes is lot, we were like, all right, like,
but where's yours?
where's
creativity?
you? Yeah, who are you, brethren?
I would be inclined to agree with you. I'm just formulating that maybe, I don't know.
Well, Light Feet dancers, maybe your community wants to have a conversation about that.
But maybe that's something maybe that's what he meant
What?
when he was saying that she looked like, maybe he didn't say like she was, maybe I'm
You're speculating, but yeah, carry
Speculating,
on.
there we
You're
go.
assuming positive intent.
yes.
Go on.
Maybe he didn't mean that she looked like them in terms of style, but she like had the essence of the style, and by that he was saying like
But then
the
he doesn't have to say that she's the only one that looks American. You just say her foundation's really good. Our
Yeah.
basics are
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good. But he was saying, look at her arse shaking. It looks so American.
yeah.
Her ass shaking.
That was quoted. I believe he said that
No,
verbatim.
her shaking. I think it's like.
Oh, okay. What I was talking about, sorry.
Because that, my friend, is universal.
That's that BDE, baby. Ooh, ooh, she got a big cocky.
Well, I think we have an episode title.
BDE.
It might have to be
Well, yeah.
Break Mission
Seems
Dance
appropriate.
Energy.
Yeah.
No,
Big.
Big Dance Energy.
But that sounds so.
Okay.
What does it sound like?
Like not very.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like hot take.
Hot take.
I feel like, although I understand the desire to be, to not just completely take something and make it your own to the extent that a style is not recognizable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like wanting to, like, if you go to New York or to the States and you see Light Feet, like,
Yeah.
people are wildly different, super, super different.
Yes.
Where you can tell it's the same dance style, but it's really like
Individual.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like some of the Light Feet that I've seen here, it just looks like the same. Like, it doesn't matter who's doing it; it just looks like a copy of
Yeah.
what the next person is doing. And I think that in a sense, like, there is a complex in there's a complex in like not being from America and doing a style that you have to do it like them.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's something that's a little bit like insecure maybe about your own identity and what you're doing. And it's like, I'm not saying to dismiss the essence of a dance or like its foundation or the energy that comes behind it, but I think like constantly being hooked to trying to do it like the Americans,
100%.
because the way that they do it is so different from one person to the other.
Yeah,
So there's
man.
not really an American
way. Yeah, no.
I think, like, although maybe if you take everyone in the aggregate, you can see some tendencies, but at the end of the day, the Americans aren't worried about being American.
No. Like, I didn't know much about Light Feet. I still don't. But when we were camping, Kieran was showing me the founders or the creators of the style, or the pioneers, or the people at the top in America, and they all dance so different. And I was like, this looks fucking sick, man. But like, whenever I looked at Light Feet dancing from videos from the UK,
Jen, can you turn up the Bluetooth?
it was like, turn up the Bluetooth. It was like just people dancing.
Who are we calling? Kieran.
Hello.
Oh, are we calling Kieran? Kieran can talk about this. He's not going to pick up. He's going to pick up and be like, look, and it's going to be like, wow, I really can't talk right now, bro. What's up?
He's like, I can't talk because I'm a daddy. Call me daddy.
Oh my God.
What up, baby?
Wait, do I have to act like the last weekend didn't happen and we're just friends?
We are just friends.
Who are you talking to right
Why?
now? There's
What
three of
happened
us.
last week?
Well, you know, when that thing happened and in that place, and we vowed never to speak about it in public.
Well,
I mean, you can tell them if you want.
I don't know if our amount of listeners count as public. So.
Wait, are we live again? Are we live?
Well,
Yeah, no, we're not on Twitch, but we're on recording.
Oh yeah, we're not on Twitch. Yeah,
Man.
Oh, that's less exciting. I wanted to be live. I wanted to like say some naughty words and
Go for it. We won't cut anything out, mate.
Fuck.
boobies.
Oh, Kieran.
Nice. All right, guys, fill him in on what you were saying. 'Cause
Right.
he might have a.
We were talking about what happened at Break Mission,
Yo.
and Kashmir said that Duracell, brilliant name, was talking about girl dancer and
Liana.
said, Liana, thank you, and said, look at her shaking. She's the only one that's dancing like an American. Now, I've had 1.5 Krabbies. That might not be verbatim, but the point was they were talking about how they're trying to dance like the Americans. And after that conversation, I hit Luke and Jen with, when was it cool to try and dance like the originators? Because in Crump, none of us ever tried to dance like Tight Eyes. You have your
Okay, so
foundation and your
I think-
basics. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I think there's like two slight points with it.
Go.
So with Liana,
Yeah.
she does shaking really, really well. Shaking's its own dance, but like Lightfeet uses it.
Okay.
Kind of like how like animation is its own thing, but like we use it in popping, yeah. So no one, I'm gonna get cussed for saying this, but no one in Europe shakes well.
Mm.
Like there's people use shaking, but no, like it
No one
always
does it
looks
well.
like
No one can
always
really
looks-
get down with it.
yeah. Whereas Liana actually looks dope. But cheat code, Liana's actually from New York. She moved to England.
Oh.
She moved here as a child,
New information.
so she's kind of like on both sides.
It's in her DNA.
So can I shake?
You were not born in the USA.
Yeah,
I have a passport.
We'll see. Luke, show us actually. You should show us on the pod right now.
Show us some shaking right now, Luke. Go right now.
But with your ass.
Yeah, with your ass.
I'm gonna
Luke,
get
show us some ass shaking right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Lightfeet cancelled if I do.
Do it.
All right, I'm doing it.
Yeah, so in terms of shaking, I think it's a weird one because it stands in its own world, yeah?
Yeah.
But with light feet, I think that's one of the things that we've done so well in the UK. Like, a lot of the New Yorkers will say, like, oh, yeah, Japan just dance like them, whereas people here dance like us.
Right.
Wait, say that
So I
again
think-
because you said them and us, and I
No,
don't
like
know.
as in they don't. We dance like us.
We dance like UK and Japan dance like Americans.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think,
Interesting.
I think it's just because of the shaking thing. It's more like no one here can shake. She's the only one who can do it.
And he
So,
didn't.
like,
Yeah.
So I think he said it in a wrong way.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm also saying it how I'm interpreting it. Maybe he did mean it exactly like that.
Yeah.
I want to see
But
her
in
shake
terms,
now.
of,
Same.
in terms of light feet, generally, like the New Yorkers have always said, like, don't dance like them. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh, sick.
and yeah, they want us to do our own thing. Like they wanted to see all the countries do their own versions.
Yeah, man. But also, can I ask a question?
No.
You
Because
just did.
Oh,
can I ask multiple?
Smoked you.
If you didn't have a child, I would cuss you back so hard right now. But because you've got a child, like, I just want to, like, Father's Day was on Sunday. Out of all the videos you showed me in America, when we were doing the thing that the public shouldn't know about, like,
Camping?
they
Yeah.
were all very different and very sick. And then this is just my opinion from, like, watching the minimal videos of light feet dancers in the UK. Other than that kid that you said was sick, that was in that battle, Luke.
Jay Bullet.
Jay Bullet, yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's fire.
Everyone kind of dances like they went and did a workshop from you and are just doing steps.
Yeah. So that's actually something that a guy called Smiles out in US. Yeah, he put a story of a bunch of people and was like, why is everyone dancing like King K? But
Cool.
yeah, no. So I think it's hard because the people you're talking about are probably people who are new.
Mm.
And if you say like, yeah, they probably have only done a few classes and haven't done much else with the dance yet.
Mm.
Whereas there are light feeters here
Yeah.
that have their own thing.
Yeah.
I would also say that like where the places you'll probably see in light feet is like they actually have a lot of their own scene and their own events and stuff.
Yeah.
So like there's the people, like he's saying about the people being beginners, like a lot of those are who you'll see doing light feet in hip hop battles. Whereas I guess if you went to like Light Fest or something like that, like
I'd see
that's like the people who are
But
really
I've watched
like,
a couple of your videos and no. I think like the only reason why I say it, Kieran, because you know, bruv, when we were coming up in the crump era, no one danced the same. No one even even if you're in someone's fam, you dance completely different. Not completely different,
Yeah.
but do you know what I mean? Anyway,
Yeah.
it's just interesting, and we want to call you. And well, I mean, we didn't know this
But
was
I think
happening.
another point on that is the scene is very young in light feet as an age.
Yeah,
And a lot of the dancers haven't established themselves in other styles or in dance yet.
yeah.
So maybe that's why they're more mimicky.
Mm.
And although, yeah, we were younger back in Crump, we were all adults, young adults, whereas like the main scene here now are like 17 to 20.
I mean, I was probably
you were
20.
young as shit.
Yeah, I was young.
That's what he's saying.
You were
Yeah,
a baby.
but he's just said I was an adult.
No, he's saying like you were 20 when you were doing Crump.
Yeah.
You would be one of the oldest people in the light feet scene right now.
Okay.
Whereas in the Crump scene, you were one of the younger ones.
You were a baby.
If you think of like all of White.
Oh, okay,
like
yeah.
all
There's no olders in the.
not really.
You're saying everyone's
Because like,
20.
if you take
So
away...
you must be a fucking fossil in the scene, Kieran.
Is that why?
Well, yeah, bro, that's it. Like, the pioneers are my age or, like, within 5 years. Like, how crazy is
Jeez.
that?
That's
So
why
when-
everyone here calls you daddy.
Is that why everyone here calls you daddy, Kieran?
Oh, my days.
Karen.
My child is right next to me.
Does she call you daddy?
Jen, what mood are
Sorry,
you
Jenny's
in?
got her dick out this
I am
pod
definitely
episode.
going to remind her of what Auntie Jenny has just said when she's old enough to understand.
Okay.
Your daughter is going to be at least as bad as you, if not worse.
Yeah.
She's gonna get it. She's gonna get why I
Right.
said that.
I was going to say, watch your tongue. She's going to get it. What?
What?
You interpreted
Yeah,
it that
right.
way,
For that,
Kieran.
though.
I'm going to drink my drink.
We're all,
I'm a lovely human being with nothing but good, honest ideas and views. So nothing, she's
yeah.
going to be great.
I can confirm that from being your friend and working with you a lot.
I can confirm it too from calling you daddy.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Hey, what type of friends are we all?
I don't know. We're all black friends.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, thank you for clearing that up, Kieran.
Also, mate, the other thing. Everyone this side of the globe picks up light feet physically from myself or one of the maybe handful of people I've brought here.
Yeah.
Crump, when we were into it, I guess was already a bit spread and there were more people globally. So maybe again, it's like that slipstream of it being through one place right now.
But no,
Abe is just not having anything.
I'm
mate.
not having it.
He's like,
what-
I
hold
remember.
on.
Hey, what do you
when
want
I
from
used
this
to cry.
conversation?
The only people, Jen, put your dick away. The only people that we had were like a handful of people from America. How is it different?
Yeah, but maybe you had more.
We had
like,
elders. We had elders. I understand.
yeah,
that.
and streams of influence. Also, maybe there was more like some like OGs in France or some OGs in Germany. So it's like there was a bit more like sources of influence that were accessible.
Yeah, but if you want to be defensive that way, I could just say you got social media, you got YouTube, you got Instagram, you got so much footage and videos. Like, fucking hell, guys.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
It is.
It's not.
How?
Oh yeah, you feel it's the same watching a video on Instagram than dancing with someone in a room?
But I mean, none of those people came over here.
Jen, what mood are you
So I'm going to put my dick out. None of those French people came over and none of those American people came over.
Jen
We had
is-
like 1 or 2 American people come over, which is what Kieran's done.
Okay,
So do you want to have a dick fight right now?
would love to.
Let's go. Let's throw it down.
I would love to cross swords.
Kieran, help me.
Yeah, but you know, there was a lot more influence going on.
Yeah,
That's what I
why-
was trying to say. Why do you accept when it
Why-
comes from Kieran, but
as
not when it comes
adult-
from me?
because he's black. Carry on, Kieran.
Whites as adults had like each other and a big influence. Right now, like Empire and Too Real, there's less of us combined than there was of whites.
Really?
And like half of our crew are like kids, like they can't even drive like mopeds yet.
Fair
You know what
enough.
I mean? Like,
I'll give you guys a break.
or maybe we're all just dead teachers and we need to work on our shit to make the
I
new
didn't
gen
say it.
step it up.
I didn't say it. I mean, King K, you're supposed to be a king. What's happening to your land? Yeah, your people.
Oh no, I'm a bit like the Queen. It's just a like rank.
I don't actually do anything.
I just go to events and wave every now and then.
Fair.
Oh, very good, very good.
Lovely stuff. Lovely jubbly. Well, Reginald, it's been wonderful speaking to you. I believe that is that.
So you know that you've got like those people like messaging asking to be on the pod and they still haven't. This is technically like my third time now. Woo, they're gonna be fuming.
Kieran, just real quick, just before you go, just real quick, what are you doing? hey, Kieran, what you doing there?
I could have used names. I could have made it worse.
Use names.
Yeah.
Kieran, who are you talking about?
Use names.
I actually don't know if he's talking about anyone. But the thing is, I made it in, so I'll just bleep out anything you say.
Kieran, say the names.
I'm not brave enough.
Say the names because you'll bleep it out. You're going to make him do extra work
no
anyway.
one is around.
I am not brave enough.
He's going to beep it out.
There's actually no one that...
There's no one. That's why he's saying that.
There's people that have asked to do interviews, but not people...
I know Harry
What,
wants
you
to
mean
be on the pod,
like-
but he lives in Liverpool.
Yeah.
To be on or
Oh, it's so weird that we just cut back to the pod. There must have been a technical difficulty.
Who's
and maybe.
Oh, I know. Who's and who's...
What mood you're in, Genevieve?
What? My big dick?
Yeah.
You better get used to it, baby.
All right, Kieran, we're going to go now because we've got to talk about other shit.
all right. I love you. Bye.
Love you. Thank you.
Love you, Kieran.
Bye.
Dreadlock Rasta. That was so cool that you said, hey, what type of friends are we? I only got that afterwards.
You're like, I don't know. Ah, yes. I know what he's talking about.
Oh, dear.
All right, we have a question.
Oh.
Not a video.
Oh.
Because I don't want a video.
Oh.
So, you know Slayer?
No.
No. yeah.
Young,
You mean
Yeah.
Slayer from France? You mean Slayer, the ballers, the chacolers? Oh, twin.
Who are you talking about?
The world champion.
That's
But-
Sawyers. What,
No, Slayer's the one from
Slayer.
France, the ones who got invited and smoked it, you know?
no, the one who won the ballroom competition. The
Yeah.
Mr. Worldwide.
Oh, no, that's Slayer. Who am I talking
Yeah,
about?
who are you guys talking about?
I'm talking about
Who
the
are
guy
you
that's
talking
in
about?
Firehouse. What's his name?
That's Tyler.
Oh, that's Tyler.
Slayer.
Slayer and Tyler,
Slayer.
they're very different. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're,
you're
talking
right.
about, you're talking about the right person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no,
why
I
are you
was
looking
dying.
at me when you say what are you talking about? Look at your friend.
What fucking attitude she has today.
She's got her dick all the way out, bro.
Yeah, it's touching the floor.
Okay. Anyway,
Anyway, Mr. World. Do it. Join us.
no, I'm not gonna Mr.
Okay.
He's got a question.
No, his mum has a question.
Oh, what's up?
Mama Worldwide.
What's up, Mama Slayer?
Joanne Airy.
Oh, Joanne. Oh, good
Oh,
old
we
Joanne.
dropping government
Good old
names.
Joanne. She's a lovely lady. She actually tunes into the capsule. So shout
Shout
to,
out Joanne.
You win a shirt.
Big Joanne.
Duke will get it set up. Send in your
You win a what? What did you
address,
promise?
and he'll send you out a capsule shirt.
No, I won't. We don't have that many.
You win a shirt, Joanne. Well done.
Now we have to do it.
That's not true. Maybe we should send her a shirt. To be
I'll
honest,
send her a shirt. I'll take my old one, wash it, and send it to her.
There you go. You get a custom
pre-worn.
pre-worn capsule shirt.
Can we hear her fucking question?
Yeah,
now?
sorry.
Yes.
Go on. Let me put my dick away.
She said, and I quote, "Dance styles like hip hop and breaking have a good number of under 18 dancers coming through in comparison to popping where the numbers are low. Why do you think this is? And how can this be addressed to secure the popping scene for generations to come?"
My brain clocked out halfway through. Say it again. I know that's a really important question. I'm sorry. I just got to be honest. Say it again.
Yeah. Brain fart.
Dancer styles are like a hip hop and the breaking.
Yeah.
Have a good number of under 18 dancers are coming through in comparison to our popping,
Yeah.
where the numbers are low.
Yeah.
Why do you think this is, and how can this be addressed to secure the popping scene for generations to come? Call me Signora Gucci.
Well,
You call me Signora
alright,
Gucci?
Signor Gucci.
Signora Gucci?
Grazie, Signor Gucci.
We watched House of Gucci last
We watched
night.
House of
Oh,
Gucci.
did you? Is that
Yeah.
why you
And
talking
you know
about
what there was in it?
What?
A Gucci belt.
Was there a Gucci belt?
He was wearing a Gucci belt. It's actually a pretty good movie. It's about the history of the Gucci family.
Fuck, nerdy. I think that
Signora Gucci thinks what?
Signor Gucci think that the reason why there's a lot of hip hop dancers and break dancers in the UK for the under 18s is because with the breaking you have as a World Cup, not the World Cup. I do that every time. You have at the Olympics, it's a lot, and the hip hop, it's a generation. The music is all coming out and stuff like that. And I think with the popping scene, right, a lot of the people that are traveling and competing in the event stopped the competing and are now judging, and the generation
in what
I have to
style?
In the
focus so
popping.
much. to
I'm getting
understand.
distracted.
Yeah.
Wait.
Whoa, I take it back. You cannot understand my fucking accent. Eh?
You're making good points though.
Right, I know I am. Thank you. Right, in the popping scene, the generation that travel the world and win an event are all the geezers and
In the
the
popping.
women in the popping.
Yes.
See. So now they are not traveling as much anymore because
Yes.
they're judging, or they have a kid, or they're old,
Okay.
or they can't walk anymore.
Okay.
Right? And the younger generation of poppers aren't traveling as much. Now, it's starting to happen now. You have Camilla traveling as well.
But that's not what she's asking.
That
No,
is
she's
what
saying-
she's
no,
saying.
she's
She's
saying
asking why is it
Under
not
18.
I know, I'm saying. Hold on, let me get to my fucking point,
It's taking so long to get
I
there.
know, but you wanted to talk in the House of Gucci, so this is what happened.
You started this.
You did this, okay? So, if the scene is
Now,
thriving,
the question is, do we call the episode Big Dick Energy or do we call it House of Gucci?
it's a very hard question.
Oh, for fuck's sake, why is it so funny to do accents?
Oh my god. Abe has been explaining his point for 12 minutes. And we still don't know what he's getting.
All he said is that there's people in popping.
They should be
That
called
are
the
old.
House of the Big Dick. Right, listen.
Yes.
I reckon if the younger generation of poppers start to travel more
Okay.
and win a competition
But
internationally.
she's saying there are no younger generations.
I know, but I'm saying the people that are at the head of it now, like a Silky.
So like the current generation.
Yes, the current generation. It entices the younger generation to look at that and
Aha.
say, look, they are having fun and getting world famous respect. I wanted that as well. So I want to enter this scene that is a color popping and also be as good as them.
That's interesting.
It is. I feel it's not about as much anymore. So they look at the scene and say, "What scene is a popping?" Not literally. That's not not the style, but what is the Gucci, and they look and they see the breaking is a popping and the hip hop is a popping, but the popping is not a popping so much, right? So I'm going to do the style which have the most competition, the most accolade, and the fame that come with it. Whereas the popping is a shit, right? That is my answer.
Okay.
Not a bad point.
Thank you.
Here's mine. Here's my take.
Take it. Take it away now.
So I think that popping is quite a technical dance, and it takes a long time before you feel like you're doing anything or like you're dancing or
Yeah.
whatever. Hip hop and breaking tend to be a lot more physical. So it's like at the beginning, not it's easier, but it's easier to feel like you're doing something
Yeah.
and like you're dancing. So it's not so much like controlled. What? Like it's less a static controlled energy if you're learning the basic.
But you can just do a wave or ticking in the popping and say,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but-
now we're talking about like the way people teach it.
Yeah, and the way
Okay.
people learn and like kids learn that
Yes.
if you're trying to learn popping, the first thing you're gonna learn is to pop. But then it's like kids look at their arms and they're like,
this
"Don't-
is not a fun.
yeah, this is not fun and
See.
it's hard and it kind of hurts and
See.
like I don't even feel like I'm dancing or
But what about breaking? Because breaking's
Yeah.
also hard. It
yeah,
takes
I
a
know,
long
but
time.
also I feel like physically with breaking, even if you're throwing yourself around,
You feel like you're doing something.
you're doing something. You know, popping, you're just kind of standing there, and then it's like nothing's really happening, and then you just have to keep trying until something happens.
Yeah.
And I feel like the maybe the vocabulary, like children maybe connect, or children like teenagers maybe connect less with it. So I mean, that's been kind of my experience with like teaching popping to teenagers or younger kids. Oh, the mic's coming off.
You know what?
If we're looking for the point when everything got derailed, it's now.
It's happening.
But I agree, and also I think in general in the world, popping it tends to be an older dance style. If you look at the poppers, let's say the current population of poppers
Yes.
in the world scene,
Yes.
the average age tends to be a bit older.
You know
65.
what? You're not lying. Yes.
Like if you think about hip hop, right?
Yes.
A lot of good hip hop dancers are quite young, and like
Yes.
even I don't know what his name is. I want to say Milo, but that could be wrong. But like Rubik's or Pakisi, and there's a lot of like this sort of era of guys who are all really good level, but they're all really young. Even like Alex, when he first started getting popping,
Yes.
was like young. There was Legion X Juniors, and
Yes.
all of those younger guys, right?
See.
Yes.
So, and if you look at popping, it's like what kid poppers? What was the last kid popper that you
MT
remember?
Popper.
But was he young?
He's not. I don't know. It's hard to tell with
What
him.
was that kid? Baby
He's
Bang. Do you
Asian?
remember Baby Bang?
No, that's not what I said. Baby Bang, I remember.
Like,
yes.
and he was like the last like kid popper I
And
remember.
he was
that
like
did well.
25.
No,
Was he?
No,
I'm
he was
joking.
like a
How
little
old
kid.
is a Soyuz?
Yeah, maybe like early 20s.
Yeah, I know, and I think maybe it comes back around full circle into Jenny's point, because it take a long time to master the popping, so the older generation, they can do it for longer, whereas the hip hop and the breaking is a more athletic, so it is a younger
And
person's
it
game.
feels more fun to learn and throw yourself around, and then you kind of end up doing stuff.
Maybe it's interesting
Because there's a lot of young breakers now,
Is it there?
Yeah. Also, I feel
good
like
ones as well.
Really?
probably in terms of like young poppers, I would
Yeah.
say probably if you look at Japan or China, there's loads.
Yeah, but in the world, like even in Japan and China,
Yeah, but-
popping battles, they're not competing with like Hoan and like Guchon and I don't know whoever is even the current.
Well, give them a minute. They're fucking 5.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They can't because they go to school.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like if you look at like the young hip hop dancers,
Yeah.
when they first came around, they were competing with the big guys.
Yeah, but what age are we talking?
15, 16, 17.
I think there's probably poppers that are around that age that are doing
That are on a
quite well
world
in
level.
in Asia.
That are on a world level.
Well, I don't
Like-
know everybody's age.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, well, then what are you talking about?
Well, I'm just saying.
Carry on.
I'm just saying that I've seen a lot of videos from Asia, from like classes or whatever,
Agreed.
where you see.
I'm not saying there's not good people of all the styles. There are, even in the UK, there's probably good poppers who are young. But we're talking in the competition circuit. Why are they not coming out?
I don't know.
You two have lost fucking all train of thought.
No, I
Joanne,
have
I'm
not.
trying.
No, I have
Joanne,
not.
I'm trying my best.
Joanne, our answer is best go to Asia.
Our answer is all a mixture of all three of our points. There's a collective pool to gather from here. This is what happens when Tally's not
But
here.
generally speaking, there's not a lot of 15-year-olds who compete on the global level
in any style.
in any style.
That's not what Luke was saying. Luke was saying.
I don't know that that's true.
Go on then.
Okay.
Hip hop dancers, there's
Name
a
them.
lot.
Like who?
I don't have all the names off the
Oh.
top of my head. Listen to me, huh? Okay. Senora Gucci do not like it.
Patricia.
Patricia will fucking assassinate you. The fucking bappere boppi. All right, guys. When Tally's not here, Jenny gets drawn over to Abe's side, and I cannot resist. So, how long have we been going for?
1932.
Whoa, we've done quite well.
Oh, I have an announcement.
All right, go on. Then.
I said I didn't have any announcements, but I lied to you because that's what I do.
Come on, penis.
Okay. Call me penis.
I like it when you call me Big Penis.
Okay.
Put your hands in the air. If
Did you want me to announce who made it to Clara's program?
Yeah, talk about it.
Talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so in a previous episode,
Talk
which
about it.
you might don't do that. Don't.
Oh,
now
we have to sing.
Yes, sorry. House of Gucci, continue.
House of Gucci. So we spoke on a previous episode when we announced the audition for Queen's Speech,
Yes.
which is a cultural exchange between the UK and the Philippines.
Yes.
This is very sick.
And basically, there's 3 dancers from the UK that are going to go spend 2 or 3 weeks in Manila this summer to live with dancers there and
Sick.
create work together. And then the 3 Filipina dancers, the 3 Pinoy dancers,
Oi.
are gonna come to the UK, and then they're gonna live with the 3 dancers from here, and then they're gonna present their work.
Which
in
one's first?
here.
Sorry, they go to Philippines first, and then
Yeah. So the 3 dancers from the UK have just been announced.
Name
and
'em.
It is Lauren Scott,
I'm Lauren. As a young dancer.
Jesse O'Reilly,
What you gonna do when I clatter your head off the canvas?
and Olu.
Sick.
I don't know,
You don't have
I don't know how to say her last name.
Olu Alatis?
Yeah.
I think it's Alatis, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's sick. And those are a good 3, I think.
That's gas.
Cover 3 prominent styles, I guess. If Jesse's got, Jesse's got hip hop and locking and probably other stuff, whacking as well.
Yeah.
Lauren does mainly pop in, and then Olu with Afro. I think that would be a sick.
Jeez,
Yeah.
sisters, I'm
And-
doing it.
The names of the dancers in the Philippines are April, Lima, and I can't see the last name.
Yes, you can.
Spell it.
You get paid to do this.
Xiza,
Spell it.
XYZA.
XYZA. Oh, fair enough. That is
Shisa,
actually.
Xiza.
Caesar.
It depends on how they use their X.
I didn't Monsieur Clara the video for this, and she pronounced the name. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So
We could check it.
You could check it. Check it. No, check it. It's important for Caesar.
Yeah, the event is posted on Be Supreme as they are it's done through Be Supreme with Clara heading the project. So if you want to know more and follow the journey, you can go on the Be Supreme website
Lovely.
and Instagram.
Be Supreme's a big
Move. Oh, sorry.
It's a big Supreme. Be Supreme's a big company,
Supreme?
right? Big Supreme.
They're like a UK dance company. They do a lot of work with like female dancers.
Oh, Allah.
I've worked for them quite a few times.
Clara, well
Holly
done.
is.
It's
Holly,
a-
shout out to Holly. She's a lovely lady.
Très bien.
One of my favorite clients to work with, actually.
Ooh.
Every time she hires me, it's always very pleasant and wonderful.
Oh.
It's described as a UK charity, festival, performance, project, education initiative, and all-around championing women in hip-hop and the arts.
Oh, la, 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 la.
Shout out to Be Supreme. All right, well.
Okay, wait, I have another announcement.
Oh, well.
Bloody
Well,
hell.
someone takes their job seriously.
Okay, so my second announcement is that there's an international event that has.
Can I go?
I don't know. Can you?
You're her when she does the job series.
Well, I'm getting her back.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. So there's an international event that hasn't been around for some time now, and it's making a comeback.
Oh, I know what she's going to say.
Just debut.
No.
No.
Oh, sacre bleu.
Jack of all trades.
That's not actually what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say UK champs.
Oh no,
That was way too loud. Sorry. I'm really excited.
Wait, Jack
Is it
of all
coming
trades
here?
coming back here.
no, it's coming.
Oh.
Sacre bleu.
It's coming back like I meant like post-pandemic coming back in Montreal, Canada. Sorry.
Look at her bringing the Montreal flavor.
Connection. But it's instead of just a popping event now,
Yeah.
it's a full-blown festival.
Woo!
Talk to us about it.
Okay, so
What's happening, girl?
Summer Dance Forever better watch out.
Oh my God! Talk to him, girl. Talk to him. Tell him what it is. Yeah. You hear that? Summer Dance Forever. We're stepping on that.
Okay. So
respect on that name.
it's running from August 31st to September 6th in Montreal, Canada. There's Jolt Art, which I believe is a kind of exhibition visual art.
Sick.
Then there's Jolt Breaking.
Ooh.
Sorry, before you continue, what you saying before you say art and breaking? You saying
Joke.
this?
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades.
Jack.
Joat.
Jack
Jot.
of all trades.
Jot.
Jolt.
Jot.
Alright.
The only logical way.
Jack of all trades breaking.
Damn.
Jack of all trades hip hop.
Oh my goodness.
Then there's a block
I
party.
have a question.
A black party.
Is it the same setup with breaking and hip hop where it's like different things that make up the style and you have to pick out of the thing and all that thing?
I believe so.
Oh my goodness. This event's going to step on people next.
And then block party, concert, and then there's of course Jack of all trades popping.
Damn.
And there's classes and workshops.
Damn. I want to go to
who's
that,
on
man.
the organization of this? Do we know?
Do we know who's organizing it?
Yeah.
My homeboy,
Who's
Who?
your homeboy?
Monster Poops.
Say his name.
Monster Feces. Come on now, baby.
Shout out to Monster Pop in the place.
Shout out to Monster.
Pop.
We love you, Monster Poop.
Listen, I want to. When's the date? I won't go there, girl.
It's August 31st to
Damn it.
September 6th,
I'm
Hey,
working.
actually, while we're on the Montreal train,
Right.
which is my train.
I'm coming to Montreal.
When?
So if you're listening and you're from Montreal,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And,
Merry Chrysler.
Yeah. Hit me up because I want to pod when I'm out there. I want to pod. I want to film some videos. I want to hang out with some friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What my homeboy said. You hear that like that slime?
Worldwide.
Hey, listen, when Capsule comes out to Montreal,
comes out.
you don't know that he gonna put your
it
city
on your
on,
soul,
baby.
yeah, put it
So you better
on.
hit up the
Gonna
Capsule
hit it up and then
he
gotta
gonna do a power with y'all. You know what I'm talking about?
So you can find more information on Instagram, jote.festival.
Jot.
So that's JOAT.festival.
Oh,
like,
it's got an A in it.
yeah.
Festival.
And I mean, they're still in the process of announcing the judges because, it's a long process. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Who's hosting that bit? Please, if it's not 3 letters and the first letter don't start with A, and then the middle one, don't have T in it, give me a yeah, and then the last one, don't have an N in it.
It's not, is it?
I think it is.
Oh my goodness, baby.
Oh
Listen, you gonna have to
my
hey, listen, Monster Pop, you listen to me, baby, right now. You gonna have to get BTS footage of that ATN hosting. Cause if you had not seen it, I didn't even know. I watched one of these joke videos back in the day and I was like, damn, this host is off the chisane. Little did I know, a couple years later, I was gonna meet him in his homeboy.
That's right.
Come on, man.
That's right.
You know that,
Yeah, shout out to ATN, aka Crack de Cul.
Crack the Kid, aka what was that name? He's doing all the Rise of the Bling Bling.
Oh, the rest of the bling bling.
Yeah.
So that's happening. Get your tickets. Get your plane tickets.
Or get your lemon and herb tickets.
Now boarding gate 54 to Montreal. Please head to gate 54 now.
Yeah.
Keep going.
That's it for the announcements. Is there anything else happening? Should I talk about UK B-Boy Champs?
Do it.
UK B-Boy Champs is coming up. We're going to be in Create Festival.
Oh no.
We're going to Create tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And next week's podcast will actually be a Create special for you. We're gonna still be here for you because I tell you something right now. Me and Jenny are jetting off to a holiday.
Bing, bing. Now announcing Jenny and Duke's holiday. Please go to gate 105
In Cyprus.
in Cyprus.
That really sucks for them though, that they have their event and that this train strike is happening because people won't be able to travel.
Oh shoot! Is that this weekend?
That's
It's now.
it started today, bro.
What day is it? Today's
It's like,
Tuesday.
how am I getting home?
It's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, until Sunday.
They're doing it
Until Father's Day Sunday.
Father's Day on Sunday. Why is it? Why are they having an event for so long?
Strike.
What? No, the strike is for
Oh,
some-
the strike is that long.
the
Oh.
event's only-
No, the strike. People won't be able to travel to the event.
Well,
because of the
listen,
strike.
If you're old enough and you have a driver's license, you've been driving for more than 1 year.
That's how I'm getting there.
Get on Zipcar.
Gonna be cruising. It's in Birmingham. Go on Zipcar to
It's in Birmingham.
Yeah.
I thought they said it was in London.
What are you
No,
talking about? You're talking about UK champs.
Yeah,
I'm talking
We're
about
talking about
Create.
Create.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Fuck me.
Tomorrow I'm driving to Birmingham for Create. Oh my god. Okay then.
That's right in line with how I feel, Abe.
How the fuck are the fucking house of the Gucci? Why you wanna fucking do this to my
Okay.
family podcast?
Wait. So, Craig, I thought the
Hello.
train strikes were just in the underground, London, the TFL, London.
It's
Underground.
national.
No, it's
It's
national.
national. They're always having a fucking moan, aren't they? They get paid enough, the fucking train drivers.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Anyway, so I'm going to be away next week. So the podcast that will be coming out next week, because we wouldn't leave you high and dry without no capsule for your week, is going to be a create special. And
You're gonna create something special.
anyway, yeah, and that's kind of it really. UK Champs is coming up 25th.
25th of June.
If you're looking for events, we are keeping the event calendar as updated as we possibly can.
So use it.
So shout out to Sophia because she's putting in the work.
Sophia.
And in return for her putting in all that hard work for keeping up the event schedule, go and check out all.so.visuals.
visuals.
Hit her up for videography and stuff. She's very good. I personally recommend her.
Ooh,
And
tell them.
I don't personally recommend many people. Definitely not this. But yeah, so use the event calendar. We've got definitely the next couple of months at least of events updated, and if you can send us anything that's coming up so we can add it to the schedule, that would be lovely.
Do it.
And if you are looking for some nice leather shoes, you go into my shop at the Gucci, you find yourself a leather shoes.
And if you want some wooden shoes,
Wooden shoes.
where should you go to buy some wooden shoes?
You should go to the wooden shoe shop. It's off the corner of Klausken Street. Right next door, the place where they do the Bratwurst.
Bratwurst?
Wow, yeah, it's a very nice place. It's got all of the amenities and all that. You can take dogs there. It's very nice. What? Do you not heard of Bratwurst?
Tally, please come back soon.
It's the best place. They have little poodles and little
Tally.
dachshunds.
It's right next to the place where they do the wooden shoes.
Exactly. That's
Wooden
Bratwurst. And
shoes.
next to it, they always do the wooden
wooden
shoes.
Tally, I need you.
You can go in there for the
In fact,
wooden shoes.
in fact, you guys finished.
Oh no, where are you going? Where are you
Where
going?
going?
Where is he going? He's being a little sad because he doesn't have any wooden shoes. Oh, my name's the Duke Luke Capsule London and I don't have any wooden shoes. I'm going to walk off the podcast. I can't wait to go to create and do the podcast without Abe and Jen. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to be with people that actually know me and actually take business seriously. And they don't have wooden shoes either. Oh, you can do it. You can end the show by yourself. Jen, come sit next to me. Come on. Please, Jen, come on.
I look
please.
homeless.
I
No,
don't
thank
care.
you.
We like that. That is the point of the Capsule London. Is we all need to look homeless. Come on.
You don't look homeless.
Yeah, I know. I'm dripping, man. Come on, in the TikTok street. Yeah, look at this. I've got this, and then I turn around. It's got the white pockets. I know. Check it out. It's my booty.
Please sign out.
And then it has got the hat. Don't press that button. Whatever you do, keep it on me, okay? So I have the hat. And then he's back. Yes, I knew it. I was having fun, and then
You
he
guys
wanted to come and join.
End the pod.
Come on.
Come on.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
No.
Press the button now.
Oh,
You're so bad at your job.
have a good week, everybody.